All right, everyone, here we are with ticker symbol RIOT, Riot Blockchain Inc. And before we jump into this chart, I want to say welcome to all my first-time viewers and investors. Welcome to my channel, Invest for Tomorrow. To all my subscribers, welcome back, and let's jump into this chart. So as we jump into this chart, I want to say thank you to the investor, viewer, and subscriber that took the time to request this. And I really appreciate it because not only will this help you, but it will help many other investors as well. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. And I also want to kind of have a discussion with you guys. I want to see what you guys think on the comments down below. If you believe in Bitcoin, if you're a Bitcoin believer and investor, I would love for you guys to hit that like button to this video, and also what you guys think about it, where you guys see it going. And every day when I'm doing my videos, I always watch Bitcoin live here, moving up and down, and it's pretty impressive. And Bitcoin might be something about the future. I mean, we're still not sure if it's something that's going to be significantly to the future of digital currency and so forth. I mean, there's so many different theories and thoughts and also analysis out there that are saying that we will transfer over to digital currency in some way or form, and the Federal Reserve is talking about some stuff about that. But I want to go ahead and see what your guys' insights are if you're a Bitcoin user, and also not a specific user like you use it, but like if you're an investor. That's what I meant. I apologize for saying user, but if you're an investor and believer in Bitcoin and what you guys see Bitcoin becoming, I would love to see your guys' insight. And let's go ahead and jump into Riot Blockchain Inc. here so we can see what's going on with this chart and also how this is actually going to be reacting. So the one thing about Riot is that this does not take into effect until the next day anything that happens negatively to Bitcoin or any of those digital currencies. Why? Because this is only open through the market hours of 4 a.m. obviously pre-market, all the way up to 8 p.m. after market hours. So in between that time frame, right, you definitely will see some volatility the next day if this was actually affected by Bitcoin in an upward direction or in a downward direction. So it's very important to keep that in mind, that when you're holding this overnight, that there is a volatile impact based off of what's going on in Bitcoin because it's 24 hours. Now, I'm not quite sure how Riot correlates indirectly or directly in correlation to the Bitcoin and the digital currencies, but I do know that they have some type of correlation where they affect one to the other. Obviously, this is supposed to grow as Bitcoin and digital currencies are growing, and it goes down with them if they're going down as well. So let's go ahead and see what's important for tomorrow. And this is a very volatile jump. I mean, when you zoom out, this has been pretty much sideways movement for some time, but it's been working its way up to newer highs. I mean, the lows of Riot, if you guys were aware of it or don't know anything about it, this was actually up to a low here of about almost like 50 cents at one point in the year back in March or April, and from that point forward it's just been growing, and here we are at 627. That's a pretty impressive growth. Now, let's go ahead and see here what our new resistance levels are and also what our support level is based off of the chart. So we're going to look at this pretty narrow, and then I'm going to talk about it a little bit broader. So 50-day moving average is down here, and it is 456. As long as we're above it, we're in bullish territory. The moment we're below it, we're in bearish territory. And also a little side note, apart from everybody that's a Bitcoin believer or invest in Bitcoin or so forth, anybody that has any other information on this company, you're more than welcome to share your insights and what this company does and what it is that they do. I know that it's a financial services that has some correlation to Bitcoin or whatever it is. You guys are more than welcome to correct me or go ahead and piggyback off of what I state on it. So I would love for you guys to, like I said, all engage down below, and I look forward to seeing you guys' comments on what you guys think about this stock and also Bitcoin overall and digital currency. But we're going to look here at the lowest point, right, as this was running up and it tried leveling off, the bears tried to appear here, and this is the closest that they appeared to the last couple hours of the day, and this is the highest point reached by the bulls. So we're going to look at the highest point and the lowest point where the bulls tried to continue to push before the bears tore them down, and this is important. So right here at 533, this is our lowest point in our next support level between 533 and our current support level and the 50-day moving average. That's kind of like a slight midway point. I know that's almost like 2/3 above, closer, 1/3 closer to our support and 2/3 further from the 50-day moving average, but you can kind of use it as an indicator that two support levels have been broken through. Even though we're still in bullish territory, you're going to want to keep that in mind because the 50-day moving average is 456. So anything that happens in between these two supports and the lowest support of 533 and the 50-day moving average, even though we're still in bullish territory, you need to take it into account and pay close attention to the behavior of this stock. So super important to keep that in mind. 533 is the lowest support level before getting to the 50-day moving average. Now the highest point that this reached today was 640. I'd write that down. Super important point. The bulls are going to want to break through 640 to reach newer highs, new resistance levels, and move up towards further into bullish territory. So super important for the bulls to break through that. But before getting there, let's go ahead and look at our resistance and supports before getting to any of those points. So for the bulls to continue this momentum and stay above the 50-day moving average and continue to work their way up, the first support that they need to be attaining, right, they need to turn this resistance into a support, is 631. They need to break through that resistance level of 631, turn that into a support to reach newer highs and new resistance levels to pull further away from the 50-day moving average, working their way up to newer highs and getting deeper into bullish territory. Super important for the bulls to break through 631, turn that into a support, and reach newer highs. So I do want to emphasize that the bulls need to break through that to continue this momentum, and then their next point would be 640 and continue to work their way up to newer highs. Now, the bears are going to try to do this, and this is where the bears appeared for a second time in the day, and this is the lowest point that they reached in that appearance, and that's 564. If the bears break through 564, they could be on their way to hitting newer lows, getting closer to the next support level of 533, and you're going to want to see the behavior between this support of 564 and 533 to see if the bulls are trying to reappear or are the bears tearing this quickly down. Now also you want to keep in mind you're still in bullish territory between 533 and the 50-day moving average of 456, so you still have windows of time to see what's going on and how this is reacting. So I would really want you guys to kind of break it down or write these numbers down to have them as points of reference, but you're going to want to pay close attention from the beginning, from the first support level, which is 564, to see how this is reacting, how quickly this is moving to newer lows, or are the bulls trying to reappear. As always, if you found this video helpful and informative, please do so and subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell to turn on all notifications and not miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community, and don't forget to hit the like button to let me know you watched this video. So, trivia question. I didn't announce it earlier in the video, but it kind of just popped up to my mind. I think it would be really good for every investor to be aware of these points. And if you've stayed this long, thank you guys so much for watching, but thank yourselves because these 2 points of reference are very important, and not only will this help you, but it will help others once you answer it down below in the comments. So trivia question is, what is the next support level after 564 and why is it important to pay close attention to? And what's the highest point after this resistance level of 631 for the bulls to break through, and why is it important to break through that as well? Pay close attention to those 2 points in the next coming days and week, so keep them in mind, and I really want to emphasize them, and I look forward to seeing your guys' answers and comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.